I think, not surprising, Gary, that Chief, he was a September operator.
Yeah.
And he is
Hit a
on the
bit of
radio
form.
too.
Bit
He's
of
just
form
started
early.
to get really right into his vitriolic best.
It's all in good humour, Jim.
And I think what rolled him early, I reckon, Gaz, was when Dr. Ryan White came in and said the greatest full forward, bar none, Tony Lockett, and then he bristled a bit.
How would that rile me? He's clearly the greatest.
Don't
bring
do
him
that.
in.
No, Chief, don't
That's
be that way.
disingenuous.
Really?
That is disingenuous.
That is not
when
disingenuous.
The humility from you doesn't
In fact,
work,
if you
Chief.
read my book, Walker, you'll see I say that.
We'll bring the book
If you had
back
brought it.
into the equation next week. Yeah.
Big mistake.
Now we got the quiz coming up as well. So
Have we?
looking
Really?
forward to- I love the quiz because it gives me a nice spell and I deserve one, working very hard.
We've done that
And-
for a while.
So quiz
Well, I
tonight.
think we'll have a longer rub tonight.
We have 2.5 hours styling.
2.5.
Oh, yes, please.
No, I don't think so.
And,
Not quite.
I
Not
don't
quite.
think so. Our man Duke's relationship's all on track, Herpel, or where's he at?
My relationships.
Well, I was going to do this
Who with?
later on, Jim, but seeing you raise it
get to
now,
it.
Dus, you did make some very strong comments last week, and for what it's worth, I felt very justified comments about the AFL scheduling the Bulldogs game at the MCG, not Etihad Stadium. You then had an All-Australian selection meeting, which I think you did the NAB Rising Star votes as well.
Same time, yeah.
Which had you in the presence company of AFL people, including Gillan McLaughlin, who I've been told took very
Strong
much
exception.
offence, exception's the word I'm after, Jim, to what you said, and I just have been told, Dus.
You've been told of it.
Yeah.
I find that extraordinary. We would think in this room that if you criticise the AFL, that they react negatively to it. I think that is surprising in itself. I don't think the AFL
No, it's
normally react well to criticism.
What's that
Because
tongue-
Gary's copying it at the
What's
moment.
that tongue stuck right in the side of your cheek for?
Did you get a short back and sides? Duke?
How frosty was it, though?
No, it wasn't
The
mentioned.
degrees of frostiness.
No, it wasn't mentioned, and it was very professional, the way that the meeting was conducted. I did know that my seat of choice was next to Mark Evans and Gillan.
Right.
So,
Which was different
it
to what
wasn't
you normally
commented.
did.
It wasn't commented on, and we moved on
But-
and did that.
Are you asking loaded questions here, Gary?
Yeah.
About Gillan
No
McLaughlin
doubt.
to Luke Darcy?
I've no doubt.
I think you are. I think the way you asked those two questions about Gillan.
He's always
How,
loaded.
how are you
He's
getting
always,
on? How are you getting on with Gil?
Don't know.
We used to get on very, very well.
I
I've
haven't-
seen you together
I've only
socially,
seen him very briefly once in the past month or
Have
so.
I
and
missed
that
the
was after
story?
the
Is
interview
there-
on Footy Classified about a month ago. Is
I wouldn't-
is that what has put the wedge in between your relationship?
I would be staggered if it has.
You're normally got a real antenna for this, Chief, if there's any angst.
I'd like to know who's lower down the pecking order in Gil's books, Wolf or Duke, given they're both just throwing.
I wouldn't have thought.
Who would you back?
Lower on the basis of what?
Well, the reaction to whatever's offended him, obviously, both of you.
Offended in what way?
Why? I don't know. Well, I'm acting on what's going on here, but just the fact that you're shirty about it means something's happened.
No, I'm completely at ease with it.
But I suspect the Wolf is a lot better versed to, to
You're
sort
going-
matters
Hey,
out than
right.
Oh,
than
sorry, you're
than-
going around the block twice and had to do a second lap to try and give me a clip too.
If need be, I'll wait till you cross the road and then come roaring down the street, Duke.
So what are you suggesting, Chief?
Well, I'm suggesting that Duke could be about as flaccid as you can imagine. If there was any sort of rebuttal from one Gillan McLaughlin,
Oh, we got there, didn't we?
Duke could become a quivering mess.
Mate. All I know
Whereas
is
the Wolf would have
hey,
a balanced,
all I know
logical
is-
argument.
All I know is I took my normal seat, I sat there, and there was nothing coming my way, Chief, and that's fine. If they wanted to open an account, they would have copped both barrels.
Yeah, that's an insult in itself, is that you're such small fry they don't even bother Duke.
He got there
He's
eventually.
warmed
didn't
up
he?
the Chief. We did had to crank the engine up a little in the big tractor, but eventually he got this thing.
He's just inhaled a potato cake.
He just had a whole Big Mac to celebrate his own work.
It's a bit like what Gil did to you, Duke. He owned him. No doubt about it, he owned him. Slapped him around like a bee.
He's got a tooth mark on that burger. He just.
Oh, mate.
The wrapper didn't come off.
A couple of years it'll be okay, Duke. Let the dust settle.